The Washington Huskies are about to sue the absolute hell out of this 19-year-old, all for breaking a $5 million contract and exposing the biggest problem and loophole in college sports. And boy, you are not going to guess who's involved. I'm sorry, Lane. So just last week, Damon Williams Jr. was the king of Seattle. He was the future of the Huskies football program. Great dual-threat quarterback, followed his head coach from Arizona, and people were even talking about him for the Heisman next year. And this kid was clearly the future, so the Huskies did what any other team would do. So they signed him to a legally binding contract drafted by the Big Ten, reportedly worth $5 million on January 2nd. That was on a Friday. But 4 days later, Damon drops this on his Instagram. A long-winded note saying that he's transferring and he has to do what is best for him and his future. And he enters the transfer portal with a do not contact tag, which basically means I got the bag from someone else, don't try to text me. But the craziest part is that he didn't even tell his coaches or his teammates. The whole team was at a memorial for a soccer player at Washington while this is all happening. And they find out through Instagram. And even though he said he was transferring, Washington is saying, no, you're not. You just signed a legally binding contract. We're going to pursue legal action and we're not going to release you. And of course, everyone's wondering, where the hell could he possibly be going? Like, he just signed this deal. And by God, we start hearing Lane Kiffin's music. Because after he announces that he's transferring, rumors start swirling that Damon was offered $6 million by LSU. But meanwhile, while this is all happening, Lane Kiffin, Whit Weeks, and a bunch of other LSU players are hosting Arizona State transfer Sam Leavitt to LSU last night at a basketball game. And people are making the joke that this is Sam finding out about the Damon news in real time, where Lane's like, hey man, don't look at that. So Sam, finding out about this, immediately schedules a visit with Tennessee, who he's visiting today. And this whole timeline makes it seem like LSU is being like, hey Sam, yeah, sorry about that. We got a bigger fish, so we're just gonna shoot you to Knoxville. But here's the little loophole and the reason that Damon might actually get out of this whole thing. All these schools want to have their cake and eat it too. They want to sign him to a legally binding $5 million contract, but not treat him like an employee, because then that would mean giving him actual rights and benefits. But legally, Damon is a student athlete, and the courts tend to almost always side with the student athlete in this situation, giving them freedom to leave. And I don't think people understand how insane the situation is and the implications it can have on college football. Like, if Washington takes him to court and loses, that just proves that the toilet paper you wipe your ass with is worth more than these NIL contracts that are being signed. And if they win, it probably actually won't change much, but at least it'll scare like 10 players, maybe.